Welcome to Not Like This. I'm Jim Snedeker.
And I'm Jim Snedeker.
The fucking images are switched.
They are?
That's
Oh,
delightful. I knew Discord was doing something bad. I could tell. I could tell. It
they're
was
not.
giving me a problem.
Maybe no one will figure it out.
I like being on this side. This is a nice side. See, you got all that junk underneath you. I'm good. I'm clean.
It's fine. I'll take it. Beach life.
Clean. Beach life. This is the part where Jim looks at the fucking notes and is just like,
Well, I'm
"No,
on
I don't
that
like
side.
any
I
of it."
just got to look down. They're right there. I see them. Beach life.
Yeah, I go to the beach now. Apparently, I'm a beach boy, and it's fun.
I saw that.
It's fun. Used to not like going swimming or to the beach because I'm a fat person, and that's always uncomfortable. You do take the shirt off. I'm like, I mean, I'm not taking shirts off. But I just don't care now. I think I'm like, this is fun. This is comfortable, and I love the water. I've always loved the water. We would go to listener Dave's house in high school.
Oh, yeah. The
He,
pool.
he had a pool, and like, oh man, fuck, I love the water. I don't know why,
It's a nice pool.
because I can't really swim, but I love it.
Can't swim.
Not well. Like I could probably like if I fell out of a boat, I could be like, I'm
You'd
good
live.
for
You could live.
I'm good for a little bit. But because like somebody would like throw like the water toy, like, oh shit, you threw it over my head, let me go get it. It's gonna take 5 minutes because I can't really.
That's how I swim, by the way.
But I like to know that, worst case scenario, it's like I can doggy paddle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I can at least kick the feet a little bit. I know that's probably a good thing to do
Yeah.
when you're in there.
Treading water, kicking the feet. It's all good stuff.
But it's nice. You sit there, you get sunburn real bad. You eat and you drink. And it's funny because I went with some of our D&D friends. And, the place we went, and I'm pretty sure most places are like this, but it's like no alcohol. Alcohol is prohibited.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody's bringing up some fucking booze, and they're just like
That's what alcoholics tell themselves. Yeah.
and they're just real fucking covert, taking the little bottle and mixing their drink, getting real paranoid, and it just felt like Jurassic Park, which is like I'm just like, see, Dobson, I got Dobson here. Nobody cares. The fuck, they've got bigger problems than you mixing a little bit of booze in your Coke Zero. And I'm going to say that until they throw us out. And I'm like, I was wrong. But I don't think they gave a flying fuck. They got to be worried about bigger problems than that,
I
right?
think it's posted just to like just so they've let people know. Just sort of like hey, we told you no drinking here because it's like being at a park. We don't let you drink at the park or outside, so you're still outside at the beach, so no drinking.
Yeah.
I
They're
think
like, we
that's all
did
it
our
is.
job.
Right, exactly.
So when you get a little too drunk and you drown like an idiot, that one's on you.
Oh, you did the thing you weren't supposed to do. Well, there you go.
He told you
Told you not to do
it. What shirt is that? What shirt are you wearing?
It's
got
backwards
words.
in the camera. I don't know why. It's flipped around backwards, but it is.
Oh, but it's because you're on my camera, which I had to flip it. 'Cause
Bikes.
Mine was right. Yeah, but it says Sikib.
It says bikes. It's a Tom Segura shirt that Dave got me. It's one of his bits where he
That's
talks
very
about
nice.
the scared straight thing they had on MTV, and that guy's like asking the kid why he's in there. Was stealing? What the fuck you took? Bikes. So he got this for me now twice in the past week. Two people at work. One person I actually work with and one person who's doing construction where I work. They just looked at me and said, "Oh, do you ride?" And I looked at him like this. Like they're the idiot. I'm like, "Do I ride?
Yeah.
What?" And then they just looked down at my shirt and I said, "Oh no, I don't even own a bike."
And then you're like, it's a joke from you know what? No. Yes, I do actually. I ride.
No,
We're done
the
with
one
this
person I
conversation.
just said no, I don't. The other person, I told him it's a comedian's joke. It's a comics T-shirt. And then he said, "Well, which comic?" And I it's like Tom Segura, and then of course he's like, I don't know who that is. I said, he's like, but I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna write that down. I'm like, okay, sure.
Bikes. He's got to know. It just says bikes on it. It's like, what was this? If he finds it 2 days later, what was that? I'm not buying bikes. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but I look at them like they're the idiot when they ask me that. Oh, you ride a lot? What? What? Ride a lot? What?
You must really like that joke and comedian. Or he got that shirt real fucking cheap.
It was a gift, but I like both the joke and the comedian.
Because like I feel kind of like not awkward, but a little awkward when it comes to stuff like that.
Not awkward, but awkward.
Awkward. It's almost like wrestling shirts. Like I've got a Hulk Hogan shirt that was like that one actually was cheap, but CM Punk shirt, and you're like, it's like I like them, but it's like I don't want to look like a mark.
Yeah, like you're.
I don't want to.
You don't want to look like you're inviting conversation about the shirt to then talk about the thing. Like Bullet Club, what's that? You like to shoot? Actually, it's a wrestling stable and blah 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 blah. Like
that has actually happened to me with that Bullet Club shirt.
Bikes.
Bikes.
Hell, you ride? Nope. It's just a joke. It was actually a gift from listener Dave. We went to the show together. He bought me a shirt. I had to blow him.
Oh, he was fucking drunk.
Chris in the chat says he just got a Job Squad shirt. So he's with you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's with you on the wrestling tees.
Man.
The Job
that's probably
Squad.
Nice. Yeah, that's probably nice.
I wonder if it says on the back, like, you're all a mark. Everybody's a mark. The Job Squad.
They should buy the shirt, Mark.
It's called Mark. What was the best match on the card? No, it was Hogan and Andre. That drew the most money. It's the best match. You're all marks.
Hate that.
I know you do.
Now I just wear the wrestling shirts on laundry day. Well, now you can't wear I almost said Hulk Hogan. You can't wear the Hulk Hogan shirt because it's just like he says all those racist things, and it's like, well,
I know. It hasn't stopped me from wearing my NWO black and white shirt.
That's different.
Stevie Ray's right on there. How racist can he be?
What are the odds? Or like, you know what? I'm gonna wear it. I don't have anything else clean for whatever reason. I'm gonna wear my Hulk Hogan shirt. What are the odds of someone doing or saying something disapprovingly of that? Like, hey man, that's not fucking cool. What are you racist piece of shit?
Exactly. They're next to nothing. The only people who, I think there's a small sliver of people who care that he said racist things and know he said racist things. Like, I think the people, a large segment of people would be upset that he said racist stuff, but they have no idea it even happened. They don't know. They're just like, oh yeah, I remember WrestleMania 3, man. Yeah. Hulkamania. Running wild, brother.
It is weird because I kind of forgot about it. Like when it happened, I was like, "He's done forever. He's terrible." I did genuinely kind of forget about that. But WWE didn't forget. They're like, no. WrestleMania though, I can introduce. No, you can't introduce anything.
Chris also has an NWO black and red shirt still in his closet. Black and red.
Ooh, got that wolf pack.
Get out of here with that wolf pack. Baloney. Get out of here with that shit. Do you know there was a little sliver of time where I would forget that there was a wolf pack? I'm like, oh yeah, and Lex Luger was there, and he was a good guy, and they were like the good guy NWO. That was so dumb.
Yeah, that's when it got pretty silly. And Conan got in there.
Conan O'Brien.
And then the LWO, just all that stuff. And then what was it? Silver? We talked about the Jeff Jarrett thing.
Yeah, it was like black and white again, but then when it was Jeff Jarrett, it was like silver.
That was like being like abused as a child sexually, because I must have blocked that shit the fuck out. I don't remember the black and white silver.
Mm.
Only when I read about it.
Yeah, it was like Jeff Jarrett and Bret Hart
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Scott
yeah.
Steiner or something. It was not good.
Jesus.
I totally did have, though, because Kmart had them on clearance for like $5. I bought an NWO black and white hat and an NWO black and red hat. I had them both. With the black and white more, but yeah, $5 at Kmart, $5 each. I'm like, I got $10 in my pocket. I'm buying both of these.
Bam.
Just in case, the Wolfpack was cool and Scott Hall was there or something. But that never happened. We're getting a little too deep into that now. But wrestling shirts, those are cool.
Yeah, I think those are the only ones I have left. I probably gave away, donated. The rest of them, they were probably just too small or too big. So now I got that Bullet Club. Yeah, when's the last time you bought a wrestling shirt? For me, it was the Bullet Club shirt less than a year ago.
Never. The only wrestling shirt I own is the Wolfpack shirt. Or the NWO black and white shirt I told you about where Stevie Ray's on it. And I don't know if I've ever told this story on here, but I'm going to tell it again just in case. At the time I got this shirt, I was the biggest Bret Hart fan. A super Bret Hart mark.
Yeah, he was, folks. He was.
I was. There were two shirts. They were identical, except one of them had Stevie Ray right here, and the other one had Bret Hart right there. So Dave, same Dave who got me this shirt, he got our friend Mike a shirt, and he got me a shirt for Christmas. He gave Mike the one with Bret Hart on it, and he gave me the one with Stevie Ray on it. And I will never forget that as long as I live. And no matter how many Tom Segura shirts he buys me, it will never make up for the fact that I got the Stevie Ray shirt. Man. He had to buy them at the same time. They had to just be... I want to hear a story. I want like a Eric Bischoff podcast on why were there two identical NWO shirts and one had Bret Hart on it and one had Stevie Ray on it. They were otherwise identical, and there were so many... You know what? Hold on a second. Talk to the people for 2 minutes.
I'm going to talk to the people for a couple minutes. I'm just going to theorize why they would do that. Maybe Stevie Ray had some shit in his contract. Did he leave, by the way, folks? I have all the visuals minimized, so I can't see what's happening. Yeah, maybe he's just like, I have to be in at least 5 shirts, and there's 5 shirts out there in the wild that have Stevie Ray on them, and Jim has one of them. Probably sell it. Should probably sell it. That'd be pretty good. So I've been watching Supernatural. Oh, that's so good because he's not there to hear it. He's coming back, I think.
Okay.
Where did he go?
Just so we're clear, we're doing a video podcast. We always stream live now on video. And I was tired of describing things.
Oh.
So I've described it for the listeners already. It's backwards. But see how many things are on this shirt?
Oh, yeah, that's a nice shirt. Look how... Now, here's the thing real quick. Like those shirts with the people on them, you wash those things a couple times and they start like disintegrating and start fading away real good. Mm-hmm. You can see every pixel in those motherfuckers. It's
cracked, though. It's cracked. I've worn it a lot. But so, for the people that can see this, Hollywood Hogan is in full color, right? And then you've got a bunch of people on here. You've got the Giant... You've got the Disciple, Scott Steiner's on here, Scott Hall. No Horace Hogan. He didn't make the shirt. We got Kurt Hennig. And then right up here, we got Stevie Ray. I don't have a problem with Stevie Ray at all. Except
sounds like you do.
Except my friend Mike has this identical shirt. It is exactly the same. Except Bret Hart is right here, not Stevie Ray. He got the Bret Hart shirt. And I got the Stevie Ray shirt. I could have had a shirt with Kurt Hennig right here and Bret Hart right here. SummerSlam 91.
He knew you were the bigger fan, and he was just like,
he's trolling me.
Appreciate the deeper pull, you know? Like, everyone knows who Bret Hart is, but it's like, no, this one's got Stevie Ray. You know who Stevie Ray is? Jim knows who Stevie Ray is. Most people don't, you know?
He's a wrestler.
But go back, show me that shirt one more time because it's something I
Pull up
love.
this shirt one more time. It's in full color.
And it's the fact that the disciples on it. That is so great.
The white and black attack. That's what it says.
I don't like all right. I don't like this white and black attack thing with Hogan in full color. No one else, especially with what will come out later. But the disciples on it. So this is a late run shirt.
This is a late run of the original NWO shirt. This is the Wolfpack exists at this time. This is the anti-Wolfpack shirt.
If Bret Hart's available, it's late.
The battle lines are drawn. Scott Steiner's here with the short blonde hair. This is late. This is like late 98. I got this shirt. So Wolfpack is out doing Wolfpack things, and I'm like, no. I'm still black and white. What I should have said was, I'm just going to watch WWF now. But no. I stuck with it. I'm still black and white. I wore that shirt as part of my Halloween costume in high school as Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't a contest or anything. I definitely wouldn't have won. I just had black jeans on, that shirt on it.
Just fucking
bandana.
What you should have done, you would have won, is if you went as Stevie Ray and just go all out like our buddy Jeff would do, and just have a good time, win that fucking trophy with that medal. But you half-assed it.
Jeff. Oh, Korea. No Buff Bagwell. Yes, that is correct. No Buff Bagwell on there. Not everyone can make the cut. The Disciple did, though. I wonder who made that decision. Hey, brother, it'd be nice to get Disciple on that shirt, though. Huh, brother? Get him a little merch money, brother?
That's probably exactly what happened.
Yeah, because why would he be on it instead of anyone else?
Yeah, if you're on the shirt, you get a cut, and they're like, oh, we're doing these shirts where there's like 6 or 7 motherfuckers. And he was just like, hey, brother. Hey, brother, I'm not on any of these shirts, brother. Do you think you could? I just want to, I need a cut of this Mark merch money, brother.
Oh, I get it. Cut, brother. I get it. Like your old gimmick for Vince, brother.
Oh, that's a good one, brother. You're so funny.
Oh, brother Brutai. Give it to me, brother.
Booty Man.
I forgot about Booty Man.
How could you forget about the Booty Man?
Because you're not supposed to remember that. You're supposed to wipe that from the banks.
Yeah, I somehow I have that, but NWO Silver, my brain said no.
And 5th grade.
No,
it's gone.
And all of schools.
5th grade disappeared.
Just all of schools. All right, yeah, so that's our wrestling talk, I think, because I don't think there's anything else really going on in the wrestling world these days. I mean, WWE sucks. New Japan's in between big shows. There you go. Yeah.
You keep up on it more than I do. I just need to know when my lady friend is doing things, and that's all I need to know about.
Oh, your lady friend,
Rhonda.
Okay.
You were trying to think of someone else.
I was
funny, but
No, I was just like, I think he's talking about Rhonda. But
I'm talking about Rhonda.
Gave his shit.
I'm not talking about Sarah B. I keep up on Sarah B. You keep up on Rhonda for me. I don't have cable. I can't watch Raw.
Can't do that. You're not missing anything. So yeah, beach life, Stevie Ray. You do the beach. When's the last time you've been to the beach? This is a thing that I could see your body not liking the beach.
I don't like the beach. I mean, the beach is okay. It's I go when we go to Florida. I haven't been to Florida in 2 years.
Sorry for bringing it up.
It's okay. I got a lot done while they were on vacation. Did a lot of rehearsing and writing. Oh man, I got this project just brewing along. Multiple projects, multiple irons in the fire. So good. So
Can
good.
you talk to me about some of these projects, or is it just all top secret?
Oh, it's not top secret. One of them is a cover band project. It's a trio of us. I told you we played at Hailstorm, or we were going to. Well, we played.
We were going to. We got lost.
It went over. Okay. So here's the problem. There was a string quintet. There was more than 4 people playing violins and cellos and stuff, piano.
Jesus
They brought a
Christ.
huge amount of people with them. Like,
And
there was a
one
big crowd,
cajon.
and we were supposed to play right after them. But instead, instrumental rock guitar guy played right after them, and we had to play after him.
Instrumental.
So a lot of their crowd sort of dissipated. We were like, ooh, we're going to get some of this crowd rub. I actually signed up for a time right before the string quartet people, so all their people were there. But then
there you go.
the guy hosting was like, oh, I thought that was when they signed up, so I told them they're going to take that spot. So you can go on after them. I'm like, okay. And he's
It's like, oh, I don't know how to read.
Well, it was pretty sloppy. I got a lot of shit from my bandmates about it.
Ooh.
It's like, maybe you should print neater. Well, I'm like, it just says Jim, and I scribbled the rest because I wrote the important part really neatly.
Because I don't know your names.
So the important part is written neatly. I just put Jim and you guys.
Jim and the rest.
Oh, well, we missed you, Mark, while you were in Florida. So it went over pretty well, to be honest.
But yeah, but they walked the room. The guy before he kind of walked the room a little bit.
A little bit. And we were going on late. Like, they were running behind. The whole place is supposed to close at 9, and, like, the last guy started at 8:50, and the bartenders didn't look happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the whole thing ran behind, and we had some sound problems. They're not usually doing trios where they're miking up percussion and things like that, so cajon.
Boom, 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 boom,
So there was a
boom,
lot
boom,
going on. It was cool, though. It went over okay. You can see the video on my Facebook page, facebook.com/JamesJR Songs. The video is up there from Hailstorm Brewery. What do you have there? An orange box. Oh, that's your cajon.
I'm going to see you Thursday at Hailstorm Brewery. I am bringing my box.
You're going to bang on the box for me?
And I'm just, I'm not even going to get on the stage. I'm just going to be drunk off of 2 craft beers because they're all ridiculously high alcohol content. So I'm like, I didn't make it until you guys went up. I'm already shit-faced.
You know, they're not bad. They put the alcohol amount on there, and most of them are pretty accurate. You know, they got some.
What a compliment.
They got some like 4.8s, some 5.2s, 5.4s. Those aren't bad. That's like Blue Moon, you know.
Some ales.
Yeah, they do. They do got your, you know, they got your 9s, 10s, stuff you don't want to drive with.
So you're doing cover band stuff. So you said you're covering songs from the Insane Clown Posse. Is that what you said?
Well, we don't want to put ourselves in a hole, so we're doing anything that's on.
You're doing Hole and Garbage?
Anything that's on their record label. So we'll do some Twisted.
Yeah. Wow. Go ahead and name one more.
Harlan Williams. I don't know.
Oh, that's so much fun. Oh, he's.
Johnny Brennan's a cop in a movie.
I love that you're pulling from their movie.
That's all I got. I can't name one Insane Clown Posse song, so you know I can't name a Twisted song.
Oh, that's so good.
I can name Twista songs. Twista with an A. I can't name any Twisted with an ID songs.
And a Z.
And a Z. Of course there's a Z.
Hey, that was the 90s, baby.
Of course there's a Z.
This is the 90s.
You ever driving behind a chick in a car, and she's got that little sticker on the back of her window, and you're just like, yeah, she's got a kid already.
I'm just
she's
like,
14,
yeah,
she's got a kid in a car.
It's like, yeah, that car's pretty old. We all have money problems. She's just like, she's like, look, I haven't listened to him in a while, but it's on there pretty good, and I can't get a new car for another year or two, so just give me a break.
Yeah. She smokes cigarettes.
She's made of cigarettes. She is a cigarette golem.
I remember seeing one of their Insane Clown Posse's music videos, and I remember being just sort of taken aback that they were playing an ICP video on MTV. It was like 2000. And I can't even remember the name of the song. But yeah, so it was important in my life. Yeah, and I still remember it, Dale. Unlike 5th grade, where you've forgotten all of it.
Yeah. And Harlan Williams.
Yeah, Harlan Williams.
Harland. What did I say?
That's what I
Harlan?
said. I said
No,
what you said.
I think I botched it. Well, now I'm excited for this show to end in a half an hour so I can go through all my ICP records, listen to such hits as Chicken Huntin' and Fuck the World.
Chicken Huntin'.
And the great Dean Malenko. I always add the Dean to that one. Oh man. Gonna take a trip down memory lane.
Now I remember the great Malenko is an album.
That
Nedden. Oh. Man, this is all coming back to me now. What memory? See, I'm worried. What memories are disappearing from my permanent memory banks because I'm wasting time remembering Nedden?
that just pushed something out just now.
Yeah,
you lost it, rightfully
like
so.
Teddy's first step is gone, but now because I remember Nedden again.
Now it's back.
It's a rough go. Oh, we're down to negative viewers now. We talked about ICP.
Nice. No, we're gonna get the jugs, man. We're gonna get those jug hits.
Get the Juggalo hits.
Yeah.
Trolling for Juggalos. That's what this episode's gonna be called.
Trolling
for Juggalos.
Ooh, that could go a bunch of ways.
Oh yeah. Put some Faygo on this baby. I had a Lyft passenger who
I was wondering if you still did that.
God bless him. He gave me a tip. I have a red fuzz on my eye.
We just saw Jim's drug face. You see that? Everybody. What was that?
I have a red fuzz on my eyelash. It was crazy.
Oh man.
So he smelled so bad.
How bad was it?
Like pure ass. Just ass and bad breath. It was just, God, it was awful. And he was so nice. He was so nice, and he gave me a tip. It was like a little teeny ride, but he's like, I drive Uber and Lyft, and I get it, man. And it's late. And here's a tip. And he gave me a tip. I just was like, thanks, buddy. And when I dropped him off, I had to like run into my trunk and grab the Febreze and just spray it down. And I just felt bad for him.
Was it just Bo? Was it just that?
No, ass.
Oh.
I'm not saying that to be provocative.
Oh.
It smelled like
ooh,
like ass.
like ass.
Like just pure ass.
Man.
Not just ass. You know, some people out there will know what a muffler is, like a Dusty Rhodes muffler. It smelled like, baby, he didn't have his muffler in. It just smelled just like sweaty ass crack with a little shit in it, like just pure ass. Ah.
And you were wondering, like, I wonder what his Uber score is.
Yeah,
Probably not good.
I did wonder that. And he was big. He's a big man.
Well,
Not just
hard to reach.
Not just. He's a big, like, he had to have the seat all the way back. Like, he was tall, too. Like, he was huge, this giant of a man. Just pure ass.
It's like, normally I need a horse-drawn carriage, but it's late. So I'm going to go with Lyft. I love that he's an Uber guy, but he's just like, fuck them. They're not getting my money.
Yeah, he said he drove both. So
oh my
God!
God!
One of them double dippers. That's a common thing. Then I drove some really nice people into the city who are from Texas. I drove them from Munster to the city of Chicago. When you drive Lyft, it'll pop up and tell you this is a long ride, 45-minute plus. So you can decide, like, ooh, can I handle this or not? Of course, you take it because that means good money.
This Texas, can you handle
Especially
this?
late at night, I'm like, I could just do this one ride and not have to wait till 3 a.m. and do all these $5 drunk rides. So yeah, I took it. They called me, and usually,
a motherfucker. Oh,
when you get a 45-minute plus ride in a phone call, it's usually some bullshit. Here comes a story and a half about my sister's baby's cousins. They're picking her up. But can you actually meet me over here? Not where it's at. Like, it's usually a story. They were just calling to say, it's kind of far. Is it okay? I said, yeah, it's awesome. Yes, I'll take you. They were nice. We chit-chatted the whole way up there, so the time flew by. And I got them lost under Lower Whacker Drive because the GPS screwed up. I should have just gone the way I knew to go. But I'm not paying attention when I'm driving Lyft, and I just look at the GPS. And I'm like, make a left here. I'm like, why are we on Lower Whacker? This is nowhere near where they need to go. And then the GPS dies.
Did you tell them that, or you're just like, everything's fine?
No, I told them that. I'm like, sorry, I don't know why we're down here. I should have just taken Michigan. But they were cool with it. They didn't mind. And then I got to just go home. It was great. It was a good night.
Could you imagine if it was the other way? The other way? You got the big fella, the ass man.
And I
He's
drive
an
him to the
ass
city.
man for 45 minutes. What would you have done? What would you have done?
I'd have been nice. I was to him, totally polite. Just take it. Just take it.
And then just sell your car.
And he was a nice guy. Like, he was like, I'm sorry, I'm a very big man. I'm like, it's cool, man. Don't worry about it. You're fine. But
Why would he say that?
Because he could barely fit in my car.
I mean, I don't think it is okay. Yeah, okay. I'm wondering if they. I'm
he had
wondering
to
if
touch
that's
me.
code.
He had to touch me to get into the car.
Well,
not like grope me, but like because of the angle he had to get in, like as he's swinging his legs around to like tuck him in the front. Like this dude was like 6'6". He's huge. I have a little Toyota.
He's doing some fucking Jiminy Glick fucking physical comedy.
Yeah,
fall in.
Almost. Like, super nice guy. Totally cool, nice dude.
Nice guy.
I went to the dentist today, Dale, real quick. I hate going to the dentist. I hate it.
Go for it.
I despise it.
How often do you go?
On average? Well, let's just do as an adult. On average?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
See, as an adult, I've gone 6 times since I've been 18.
Oh, that's not good.
So, like, on average, once every 3 years. 4 years?
All right. Okay.
My teeth are in really good shape. I haven't gone to the dentist since 2010, and she was like, got one cavity.
Damn.
She's like, these look pretty good. So you're doing something right. I have a lot of saliva, apparently. This dental hygienist was the best dental hygienist I've ever had in my life.
Well, you've gone to the dentist 4 times, so, you know.
But that's why, because they're always bad. They're always bad, and they're sort of like, I don't know. This lady just seemed like she cared. She seemed like she cared if I had too much spit in there. I didn't have to raise my hand. She was just on top of it. And then she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And like she was just really nice and super nice, informative. She was telling me about things. Hang on. Why? What?
You've had to go to the dentist, and you've had to raise your hand like,
yes.
I've never had.
I have a lot of saliva. I didn't know why until today. I always felt bad, like I was being a bad patient. But she told me, she's like, well, you've got a lot of saliva. Like, you have a lot of saliva. And it was awesome. Because now I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. But most people are just irritated by it. But she was totally like, oh, here we go. Yep, go ahead. And she said when you're 80, you're going to be really thankful that you have a lot of saliva now. Because when you're 80, you're not going to have as much. You're not going to be able to chew your food and digest it because you won't have as much saliva. And the saliva keeps your teeth clean.
Oh, there you go.
You know?
That explains some shit.
But she did it in such a nice way, and she was explaining things about why my tooth is sensitive right here, and like I love explanations and shit. It was like someone's mom was just like, hey, everything's fine.
It's like you went to a real dentist for the first time in your life.
It is. Like. And then I talked to the dentist whose name is on the building. That never happens to me. I always go to a dentist where it's like, yeah, it's such and such dental. No, that's not a real person here, though.
Okay. Because I think that, I mean, I've gone to the same dentist literally, I believe, forever. And that's just always how it is for like a teeth cleaning situation. It's just like she does her thing. Mm-hmm. And it's just like that. I never have to raise my hand. And then she's like, all right, good, bad, ugly. Here's what we're looking at. And I'm going to go get the dentist to give you a little once over, and then we're going to kick you the fuck out. And then he comes in and he's, okay, how are things? Okay, everything's good. Floss more, do this, your saliva's low. And then he gets out. So it's like you get the hygienist and you get a little quick one-on-one with the dentist of the building. I think that's just how it's supposed to be if you're a competent business.
I agree. It is supposed to be like that. The last dental insurance I had sucked. So what you had to do is, if you wanted to go to such and such dental, you had to call them and get put on a list to be like one of their patients and then wait. And that wasn't that dental practice. That was the dental insurance I had. It sucked. Well, then I wait, and I get in there, and I'm ready to get my teeth cleaned. It's the first visit. I wait for 2 hours in the waiting room, and I get in there. Some guy's got an emergency problem. So I'm at the back of the line just sitting in the chair, and they don't even clean my teeth. They're just like, okay, so you can come in 6 months for your cleaning. It's like, what's happening? So, but then to switch to another dentist would have been another 6 months. So I stayed there, got my cleaning. 6 months later, go back and get my cavities filled. And that was a horrible experience. And it wasn't when I was a kid. When I was a kid, my dentist as a kid in Dalton was awesome. He was the best. But he's old and dead now. So I had to stop going to him.
Both. He's both.
He's old. He's so old, he's dead still. So I went to this new dentist. It's right by where I work. There was no wait. Everyone there was super nice. And the dentist, I had a tooth pulled 2 dentists ago. They had to like call in a guy to pull it because they don't do that. What? Oh, this guy's like, I do it all, baby.
Christ. Was it like a Firestone? It's like, well, we got to order parts.
I guess. Well, they're like, we got to call. That's bad. We're going to have to call in a guy. He's like, no. He's like, I'll have your other wisdom tooth. I'll have it out 5 minutes. So Friday I'm going back for a cavity and a wisdom tooth. What? This is great. I'm going to go to the dentist all the time. My teeth feel so good. All the space in there. I feel all the spaces. It's wonderful, Dale.
Jim's got his new fucking superpower. It's saliva.
It is. I have so much saliva, and I don't know why. She didn't say why, but she's like, some people just do, and you're one of them. And she would say, like, oh, sorry. Like, she would see, like, oh, it's getting... She would, like, hurry up, like, scraping, like, I can get this last tooth before he chokes to death on his own saliva. But the last place, I would just sort of deal with it until they suck the saliva out for you, right? And they weren't on top of it like she is. She could tell I produce extra saliva. This last lady, like all of them I've had before, couldn't tell this. And there was one time...
just like drooling?
Yeah. At the last place, I literally had to stop. I just started coughing, like choking on my own spit. And she was just sort of like, man. Like, well, bitch, suck this fucking saliva out of my mouth. You see it in there. You're the one. I can't see in there. You can see in there.
I always assumed they had like a mental, like a time system. Like I do this part from here to here, then I hit them with the suction gimmick. I do from here to here, suction, here to here. That's how it seems to be with me. Because sometimes they'll give it to me. I didn't really need it, but whatever, hit me up.
To live that life, I always need it. Sometimes I need it.
Enjoy it.
Sometimes I need it extra. I raised my hand one time. I was like, can you get me just one more time?
Oh, that's good. No, I'm
saliva. Now I know.
Yeah, it's like I'm telling you, you're like fucking Bruce Willis in Unbreakable. You found your hidden superhero trait. It's mundane, but what you're gonna just turn into an old man that drools. That's
sometimes saliva will just squirt out of my mouth like a snake. Like a spitting frog or something.
Now you know.
Now I know why. There's too much in there.
I actually was going to ask if you do like the accidental spits.
Yeah.
Like whoops.
Yeah, it'll just it will like shoot out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's your superhero attack. That's attack 1.
If I was a Komodo dragon, you would be fucked.
Fucking hell.
It's great, though. Oh, it feels great.
I wish we had D&D this Sunday, so you'd be all wisdom toothed up. It'd be like, I attack her with my sword.
D&D was a blast. And I feel so good about where we left it. I feel great.
Yeah.
I've never had this kind of fun in a D&D session and sort of stayed alive long enough. And, man, my character I was the king of the entire country for like 15 minutes of game time, like 12 seconds of real time.
Yeah, it was. You got real Lord of the Rings when that guy picks up the one ring. He was just like, I think I'm the king now.
Yeah. I did it purely as a strategy, but then I was like, it's going to my head. I'm the king.
Yeah, it's that was a good session, and it went long, and which is always hilarious when these things go over 4 hours because Jim just starts checking his phone. He's just like, I'm so.
Where are you?
Dale brought out a dragon. I don't know what the fuck.
The boys miss you. You on the way yet?
It went kind of long because I was half expecting it to like it had the possibility of being like the last session of the actual campaign, but we talked about it over. Take a little bit of a hiatus, play some other stuff for a little bit because I'm getting burned out DMing.
I want to hit that 20. So yeah,
we all agreed to just put on the back burner for now because what'll happen is we'll play some other shit for a little bit, and you get that D&D Jones, you just want to get back to it. So, and I'm sure we will. And you guys are level 12 now, and I want to get you guys to 20 because that's whew, I've never seen it.
Right.
I want to see it. But I was looking at other role-playing systems and stuff, and obviously we talked about it, but I'm bringing it up for a reason. I think I'm gonna settle on that one powered by the Apocalypse system game called Monster of the Week, where you guys are monster hunters.
Supernatural, baby.
Yeah.
Oh God, Supernatural the game. Can we just call it that?
No.
Can we just call it that? Oh my God, I'm gonna have so much to pull from for a character.
And I won't be able to pop for any of your jokes or references.
It won't just be jokes. Like it'll just be depth of backstory and knowledge and upbringing.
What kind of weapon do you want? A Winchester? Do you get it? Do you get it? You fucks. Yeah. No, but I was looking at pros and cons of some of these genres, and this is going to be the one. And I was like, I need to watch some stuff to, just get some ideas and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm going to have to start watching Supernatural.
Yes, you are.
And I started watching a little bit last night.
Season 1.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I've tried this a couple times because, people like you are like, ugh, and they're like, people go fucking bananas for this show. And I'm like, why? Somebody tell me why. And I could never figure it out. But I think I got past, because it's just background. It's just on the background, really. But I got past like episode 4 and 5, and that's at least when it kind of gets into a better groove, at least in season 1. Because like I've watched the pilot a couple times, and I wasn't really feeling it. I mean, it's good for the lore, like who they are and what, but it wasn't really a great spot for them. But episodes 4 or 5, you start to see what the show is, what it's all about. The relationships, all that kind of stuff, and I was like, okay, I could see how this, people might get on board with some of this, and I don't know if it gets better. I'm sure, everyone loves season 4 or whatever.
It's so much better. I won't watch season 1. If Chris is rewatching, I'm like, let me know when you get to like 2.5.
Yeah, it's definitely some background stuff, but it literally is, because the module, the book, it says maybe watch some X-Files for motivation, or maybe watch Supernatural. And yeah, like that show is very fucking Monster of the Week. Literally, every episode it's just like, and now they fight this thing. This week they fight this thing. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're looking for their dad or some such shit, and their clues lead them to this town, and there's a fucking gargoyle. Go fight the gargoyle. And it's fun. It's cool. They're easy watches.
They are.
So what do I get to look forward to? Because season 1 is 20 episodes, and I was like, you didn't have to do me like that.
Okay. You're going to get to, how long can they keep up this driving around as fake people, pretending to be fake FBI?
Yeah.
Before the real FBI is like, what the fuck? Who are you? That starts to happen. You get demons. You start to get some demon shit.
Ooh.
You start to get into some angel shit. Wait, there's angels now? So the sort of the climax of the first chunk of the show is the end of season 5. Like that's like turns into a big
fucking
story arc. And then some people just are like, it's all downhill from there. I really like season 6. I really like season 8. There's 10 is good. There's an episode in 10 that's awesome, but it gets really good. Seasons 3, 4, and 5 to me are like the wheelhouse. Mm-hmm. Like climaxing at season 5, at the end of season 5. It's like everything's on the line here. Like the entire planet is at stake.
Jesus.
So like,
I won't be done with this show forever.
If you could just make it to the end of season 5, and if you get to the end of season 5 and you're like, it's okay, don't waste your time watching one more episode. But if you're like, yeah, that was pretty cool, then it'd be worth dabbling after that. But like the car is a character. It doesn't talk. It doesn't do stuff, but the car is important. The Black Impala, it's important. It has significant impact on the story. And then they get into this story arc that totally pays off in a huge way in 5, and then an even bigger way in like 10 and 11. Story arc about a guy who's writing supernatural books in their universe. And everything they've done, he's written in these books. And like, how does he know all this shit about our lives? Like, that pays off. And there's just, it's just really good. Just try and stick it out to the end of season 5. I know that's a big ask.
Yeah, if you could make it 800 hours in, and you don't like it, then you can leave. Yeah, it's like, well, I'm fucking 800 hours in. I'll probably just go all the way at that point. But yeah, it looks like this time I'll probably at least stick with it for a little bit. I'd love to see now. You kind of fucked me over now, because now I'm like, well, this is all bad. Jim said season 1 is bad. He doesn't even watch season 1. Why am I watching this? I have 18 episodes left of season 1. Why am I doing this? It doesn't even get better to what, 3 you said?
No.
And then I got a whole season
3, 4, and 5 is the wheelhouse of like, that's like to me the best of the show. But 2 is when I feel like it starts becoming the real supernatural. By the middle of 2, like 2 is like, there's the FBI story in there, and like that storyline's cool, I think.
It's it's on Netflix. Mm-hmm. And I fire it up, boom boom, because I try to do a lot of exercise or stretching and stuff while I watch TV, so I'm not just being a total useless asshole. Mm-hmm. And I fire it up, and I'm looking down, and I'm start doing some DDP yoga, and it starts, opening credits. Here the actors, the director, and I'm like, this, that last episode wasn't bad. I think this could be all right. I think I might actually end up enjoying this. Who knew? And then it says executive producer Mick G. And I went, oh, fuck.
There's an episode in season 3 where McG is making a movie, and they pretend to be PAs on the movie set. Oh, it's so funny. A lot of it gets funnier too, but in a good way. Jill in the chat says that she says yes as soon as we started talking about Supernatural, and then so fucking important. I think she's probably talking about season 2,
the car,
or the FBI angle, maybe the car. I don't know, because we're on a delay here. Yes, the car is Baby. That's the car's name.
Yeah, I started, seeing, because the couple times I tried starting this show, and I was like, they're both the same. They're both pretty boy, same height, same everything. And then I was like, this one guy is kind of a dick. I like you. Then you got the baby face guy who's like, hey, be nice to that lady. She lives in our old house.
That's Sam. Dean is where it's at. Team Dean forever. Dean is the best.
Yeah. Which one's Dean?
Dean is the one you like, who's an asshole.
Yeah, he's funny. I liked him. He's quick to pull that FBI card, and I'm like, yeah, I like you.
They do a Back to the Future 3 angle in one of these episodes where he's got to go back in time to the Wild West, and he's all like, oh, I love the Wild West, I can't wait. And Dean does like the Michael J. Fox, like dressed like a cowboy, and like, what the fuck are you wearing? Oh, it's so good.
I'm very curious now if the person, because a man named Vincent Baker created the Powered by the Apocalypse game system, and then other people can kind of make their own games, but they'll use that system. So we can make a wrestling game, Jim, but we'll use that system. And somebody did that with Monster of the Week. but they use that system. And whoever that person is, I'm wondering if they were just like, can I just call this supernatural world or something? Because it seems like it was obviously very heavily influenced by it.
I was gonna make a D20, like 3.5 or 5E or whatever. I was like contemplating making like a supernatural fan-made game, and then realized like there's a ton of them out there that are very similar already. So I'm like, I just want to play it. I just want to make it to play it. And like, it sounds like I'm going to get to do that because you're just falling right into it.
Yeah.
We're doing Monster of the Week. Okay, cool.
So
I'll be wearing,
So,
I'll make sure to have my Salvation Army clothes and flannel shirt. Be ready to go. A knife. I'll bring my big knife.
So these references? This reference to the show?
Oh no, yeah. They wanna hear about The Witcher 3. We got 2 people in here waiting to hear about The Witcher.
Fuck, let's talk about Witcher 3. Summer Steam sale is going on, and it's only going on until July 5th, by the way. So if you're a gamer, you only got a couple days left. So get on there and throw some money at the shit.
I knew I saved that Steam wallet money from December for a reason.
Yeah, I bought a lot, and I still have some money left in my. So if you have any suggestions on something that I could get for 15 or less, probably a couple games really, let me know. Chat what's available. But Witcher 3 I got as soon as the sale started, because it was the day before my birthday, and I was like, bajam, because I've been wanting to play Witcher 3 for a while. I actually read the first 2 books preparing myself for this moment, because I kept hearing Witcher 3 is really good, and I love the idea of it, the world, and stuff like that.
I know, it's very supernatural-esque in a lot of ways.
So I got it, and you'll see blurbs, like, oh, game of the year, and oh, I can't put it down. And some of them were just straight up, this is the best game I've ever played.
Yeah.
And those were the ones where I was like, whoa.
John's in the chat right now. He's one of those guys.
And I think I'm one of those guys, because this game, it has like the best elements from games like Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto, like a little bit of kind of like the Far Cry games, 3 and 4 and 5, I guess.
Karate Champ,
Duck Hunt,
Burger Time.
And it's just so and like, I don't like scary games. We've talked about that, how I'll just stop playing a game because I was like, they wanted me to go into a cave, so I uninstalled the game. But this one, like, it's just so fucking interesting and engaging, and playing as the main character, you're just so confident, and you're like, I'll be all right, I think, because I have 2 swords. I have 2 swords.
So you're a hunter.
So fuck off. And it's like the main quests are great, but it's these side quests that pop up out of nowhere, or you get something from the notice board, and some guy's just like, I can't find, my wife, she went off, looking for mushrooms, and it's been a couple days, I'm worried. So you go and you track. There's like a little investigation mode, and you're like, oh, footprints, they lead over here, and like, oh shit, a lot of blood all of a sudden, huh? And you're like, oh fuck. And it leads to stuff, but it's more often than not, it's more than just like, and now I found the rat monster that killed her. It's more like twists and turns, and it's such an interesting universe. And I've got 20 hours into the game. I saw it because I played a little bit before this, and there's still, I haven't even scratched the fucking surface of it, and it's great. One of the things I love about it is every time you go to a town, I go to the notice board, and I just take all the notices, and it'll either give you a quest that you can do at any time you want, which I always do. I always do quests that are a couple levels lower than me, so I can just steamroll them because I'm a coward. Or the notices will give you information for your map. So when I open up my map, there's a lot of question marks because of information that I've learned from this notice board. And I'll go to these question marks, and sometimes it's a monster, sometimes it's just, it could be so many things. And it's one of the most fun games I've ever played, and I love it. And there's still there's some DLCs when I eventually wrap this up in 2020 along with Supernatural. I'm just fucking I'm fucking psyched, guys. If you haven't played Witcher 3, like I said, Steam sales on now. I don't remember the price. I'm probably around 20, give or take.
That's what it was last time. Fuckers.
Go for it.
Jill, who was talking about Supernatural, was also here really to hear The Witcher talk, though. She said that she's a huge fan. She has all the books. She loves the game.
Yeah, like there's
she also thinks it's like the best game ever made. Here's my problem. Here's where I'm going to shit on it, Dale. If you're writing an album, this sounds like a game you shouldn't buy.
Yeah,
like
it's
if you got shit
distracting.
To do, it sounds like you shouldn't buy this game, is what you're telling me. Jim, don't buy this game. It's the best game ever made.
And what I've tried to do is like I'll get that itch, and I'm like, I'm just gonna play Witcher 3 for an hour, and then I'll look at the watch, and I'm like, oh, yep, that was a 3-hour session. Because especially in the main quest, it's just like, go kill this guy. Okay, he's not there. Go here. It's like, oh, well, now this guy wants you to do this so you can get the information to find out why he's hiding here. Fucking journey. And you're just like, well, I can't stop in the middle of it. You want me to stop in the middle of it? And a lot of stuff that you do, like, seems like kind of mundane, or you're just like, it's like those choices. Like, are you going to help him, or are you going to tell him to go fuck himself? You've told him to go fuck himself, and he's like, well, all right. But later on, some assassins pop out, and you're like, man, we told that guy to fuck off. Well, he paid us some money, so now we're gonna. And like a lot of stuff comes back and in deeper, more meaningful ways than just random assassin jump out boys. It's good. It has a lot more emotion and depth than I expected from, like, oh, that's the gray-haired guy killing monsters.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I think it can have more because you are that character. In a Skyrim, you're sort of whoever you want to be. So they got to kind of generic some of the stuff around that. Like, they can't make it too specific. I think you could probably tell a better story when you can only be that same character. Yes. Yeah. You're not like, I'm a half-dwarf from the northern realm. They got to keep it kind of open for that.
You know what a very minor thing it does perfectly.
You mine in it?
Is a what?
A minor thing. You have a pickaxe?
A minor thing. A lot of games, a lot of games, you'll get a dialogue option where it's like, do you want to go on this quest for me, please, hero? And it'll be like yes or no, and you're like, I don't really want to, so I'm going to say no. Sorry, but no. And you'll click no, and he'll be like, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing shit for you. And you're like, oh, I didn't want you to go that hard. Mm-hmm. All of the dialogue options are exactly what you want them to be. They're exactly that's something that where I don't know how they pulled that off, but like it doesn't tell you like here's the 2 sentences you're gonna say, but you're just like, I don't really have time for this, or yeah, I'll do it for some money. But he's such a cool character. I just love this game. I just love it.
Well, I'm glad I only have 15 Steam dollars because I can't. I've been avoiding this game since it came out because of how great I'm sure it is. I mean, the people that have talked to me and told me how great it is, I trust them 100%, and that's why I don't own it. And
it's actually a little clunky sometimes, like maneuvering around on the horse sometimes, and even like running around, because it looks like a Grand Theft Auto 5, but it wasn't made by Rockstar. It's a much smaller company, so it's not as polished in that front. But I don't give a single shit about that. Doesn't matter. Wow.
I'm glad that Vinnie Mac could join us for that second.
Oh, Bobby Lashley.
No, don't give me the other 5, John. I don't want to own this game. It's why I was like, I don't want to get Skyrim, and I got Skyrim. And I know if Skyrim will do this to me, this game will do it even harder to me. Because when John, who's in the chat, was describing the game to me, all I'm picturing, like, this sounds like Skyrim, except mixed with Supernatural. And even better, I can't I am not gonna be able to play this game.
Yeah, because it'll be like you're looking for a monster. You know, look for clues, and it'll give you like a little area on your mini map. So you have to go into like Witcher sense mode, and you feel like a little fucking detective. And you're like, okay, there's some shit over there. You know, oh, I forgot to look up in the tree. Oh, there's a fucking body dangling. That's a clue. And it's you feel like you're doing some shit. So when there's the payoff to whatever little quest that is, it's very satisfying. It's very satisfying. Give him $5, Josh.
No, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's satisfying. Nope, can't do it. I'm gonna buy a bunch of 90-cent games.
Yeah, I did that. I bought House Flipper.
Oh, that's rich.
I was just like, this is kind of relaxing.
I really think if we finish this basement, we can get an extra 12,000.
I was playing. I was like, this is kind of relaxing. I could see this, because it's got mixed reviews, but most people seem to like it. And I was like, yeah, you know, you relax a bit, turn your brain off, and then there's like, I walked into the kitchen, there were roaches everywhere. And I was like, man, I'm done. I'm good.
I wish in a game like that though they went really deep and it was like, you better flip this house because your car payment is due. And like you had like extra life stressors to motivate you. Like, this divorce is costing you a bundle. You better flip these 2 houses before Friday.
Yeah, you've developed an ulcer. Your speed has been reduced. You're like, oh shit. So, as far as plugs go, you can find me on Steam playing Witcher 3 throughout the week. That's all I'll be doing.
I'll be at Hailstorm Brewery this Thursday, 6 to 9 p.m. for the open mic. It's in Tinley Park. You can check me out on Facebook, facebook.com/JamesJRSongs.
All right, that is going to do it. Thanks for hanging out in the chat with us tonight. That was
a lot of activity in the chat. I like it.
You put Witcher 3 and Supernatural on the fucking screen, and people just, out of nowhere, they just fucking...
Mm-hmm. They're like, Witcher 3. Man, y'all got any of that Witcher 3 in here?
Thanks for listening and watching. I'm Dean Winchester.
There you go. And I'm John Winchester. He's fucking dead.